See us here. Woo.
Yeah, thanks. So.
Yeah. All right. How's it going, guys? And welcome to our new show that we have here in Sturgis, live from Sturgis, by the way. It is Coffee with the DJ here at the Dungeon. And what I'm going to be doing is spotlighting the amazing people and brands that are here in Sturgis. We're going to answer one question here, and then next, we're like 100 days plus until rally. So we're going to make a bunch of videos here to show you guys what the heck is going on in Sturgis. Like, I know everybody out there in the world may have been here or may not be, and you guys are thinking about this amazing, beautiful motorcycle land all the time. You're like, what's going on there? Well, I'm going to show you guys. And today it's a pleasure to have my brother here again. This is our second time, so we've already done this once before. We're relaxed into it, but we are now going to do episode 1 right now. Would you like to tell them who you are, bro?
So I'm Caleb Smith. I'm the general manager at RideNow here in Sturgis.
Yeah, that's right. And RideNow, it almost sounded like right now, but yeah,
all the time.
He is, yes, he is the general manager at RideNow. And you want to tell us what RideNow is?
Of course, yeah. So we sell power sports. We sell fun, side-by-sides, motorcycles, watercraft, some of our other locations. So
off-road, on-road, and marine.
Yep.
If you need it, and it's pretty much pre-owned, right?
Here at this location, yeah, we do have other stores with new products, but here in Sturgis, we're going to be pre-owned.
Right on. So one of the things going back and looking at the other interview we had, there's 2 businesses that you guys kind of got there at that location. There's it under one roof, kind of.
Correct.
So you want to tell RideNow is where you can come in, purchase a vehicle.
Correct.
And when you get there during rally time or something, if everything checks out, you can go off the lot that day.
Yep.
With one, right?
Of course.
So what is Rumble On? That's the other one. What's the difference?
We fall underneath Rumble On. So Rumble On, it is a publicly traded company, Fortune 500. So we are now underneath them as well. So as a whole, we're the same but different. So RideNow is the name of the storefronts. We have other stores and other locations that are different names, but we all fall underneath the umbrella of Rumble On.
And Rumble On's kind of cool because if you guys out there have a vehicle, off-road, on-road, or marine, and it is in your garage or in your barn,
yep,
or sitting in a dock.
As long as it's got a VIN. Yeah.
As long as it's legal, you guys can call Rumble On and they show up actually.
Yep.
And come buy it from you. So it's a really awesome business that you guys have there. You guys have a way to like come pick it up, sell it,
yep,
all of that.
A lot of my inventory actually here is from local areas. Once we came in during the rally, a lot of people wanted to sell their stuff, for any reason, and just didn't want to ride it to a store or didn't want to felt pressured into trading it. So they utilized us, and we, they send us pictures, we give them a check.
They're like, man,
go pick it up.
I rode this the whole rally. I don't need it. I'm not taking it home. Here,
yep.
buy it.
And they'll come see us and buy another one next rally.
That's so freaking awesome. So let me ask you a different, because let's say there's a brand. I'm a brand motorcycle dealer, whether it's the big ones, Harley, Indian. What makes you guys different from them? Like if I come to RideNow or Rumble On, I mean, I know that we just said that some big ones, like you guys can come and purchase those. I'm sure that they don't do that. But is there anything else that sticks out to you?
So just the overall environment, the experience that we give, our pricing, we don't like to fluff our stuff. Everything's fair market for trade-ins, fair market for sales. We even at my dealership, we don't have any dealer fees. So a lot of things along those lines that just make it as fast, smooth, and efficient as possible in and out, and you can enjoy the rest of the day, the rest of the weekend, depending upon when you pick it up.
I love it. So Have you had to pick up any crazy stuff out here?
Any crazy? I've had some stuff dropped off when I first came up here. I had some guys come pick up some bikes at around 1 in the morning after about a 13-hour drive from North Carolina, bits and pieces. So that was interesting. Street names. Some people have given us the wrong addresses, and it's like where they previously lived. So we've knocked on doors, and it's not there. So
That's funny. So that happened here or North
that
Carolina?
happened here. The driver showed up. He's like, "Sorry, I'm 45 minutes late." They kept telling me to go here, and I go there, and they told me that's not even our name, and then they get it again. And so I was like, "It happens."
That's awesome. Well, so if you're a buyer out there that are watching at home, and you're new and buying motorcycles, or maybe you've, bought them before, what are some do's? What are some things you should do and check into when you're buying one? And what are some things you should
So-
them out there?
So some things you should do, kind of figure out either, are you going to be buying it outright? Or are you going to be financing it? If you're buying it outright, what kind of price point do you have in your head? Or if you're going to be financing it, how's your credit situation? Just really realistic expectations, because there's a lot that we can do as dealers, but our hands are also tied to a certain extent. As long as everything's realistic, we keep it realistic, and just be upfront about it. What am I looking for? This is how much I want to spend. It's not like the old days where you have to stay as guarded, because all this information is all public information.
Yeah.
We're not playing magic tricks.
Transparency makes the
we're
deal
just
good.
telling you, hey, this is
Go quickly.
exactly. We can tell you this is in your price point. This is what we could do. Do we have a deal? So
Right.
it's no longer this whole poker face. Just because you can hop on your phone and Google it, and you know exactly what somebody else is selling it for. So
Now the cool thing is you guys are not open just during rally. You're open. You guys are here. You're one of the business. That's why I'm bringing them here. We're spotlighting Sturgis, and you guys are open year round.
correct.
So what are your times that you open up?
So currently, we're Monday through Friday, but that will soon change once the weather kind of gets a little bit better. We're in the works of revamping our location as well, but we are here year round. I moved from North Carolina to be up here to run this store.
That's
So-
what
so
I
we're
was just
here.
about to ask. But first, where did RideNow start? Like,
So right now, the first store location was in Chandler, Arizona, back in 1983.
oh,
So yeah, it was a Honda dealership. We won't hold it against them, but but we've since grown significantly in numerous amounts of states, and we continue to grow.
nice. And how many stores you guys got now? Do you know?
We're I'd probably say around 52 or 54 roughly. So we have a large presence in Florida, Arizona. We have one of our headquarters is based out of Texas and also Arizona. So we dabble anywhere from Indians, Harleys. So
Do you know how many years you guys been in the business? How many years been open?
82, was that 40
Yeah.
40 years? Yeah,
Wow.
quite some time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
man. So yeah, like 41 years.
Yeah, so I guess we're doing something right.
Yeah. Wow, man, that's awesome. Well, good job. And give me some, man. You're the freaking man that runs it. So that's my next question. Like, everyone out there is in the motorcycle world or anything.
Yep.
You got a pretty cool freaking job.
I do.
So yeah, so you want to tell us how? So you said you're from North Carolina. Just take
Yeah.
us back. How did this all start? Like, what's
So my father's a retired Marine. I grew up in Japan and actually moved back to the States probably about 8 years ago, and sold cars for a couple years. Then got into real estate, did a wholesaling venture up on myself. And then after COVID, I just wanted to meet and mingle people again. I got tired of working out of my living room, and I didn't want to get back in the car sales. So I was like, let me try, motorcycle sales. So I
Right.
came out and just the atmosphere, the clientele, the people that are in the industry, it's just you have that connection, that bond, that shared interest, where a car, it's like there's sports cars and everything, but it's a necessity. I sell fun, I sell enjoyment, I sell, just riding wind therapy, as they say, and that just really called to me, and I just jumped in, and I've just been enjoying it ever since.
Yeah. And what's really awesome is you are, kind of new out here as well as I am. And I got Fozzie coming in here and a couple episodes coming up, and he's just moved out here. He came out here before, but he just moved out. What do you think about being in Sturgis in the off season? Like, what do you think?
It slows down. It slows down, but it is you get to see where the liveliness is still happening, and you get the opportunity to really, I mean, just like me and you, we have each other's cell phone numbers, we could
Yeah.
text, we've had some great conversations getting to know each other. So you get to really grow those relationships, which is
Exactly.
nice because during the rally,
Yeah,
there's so much stuff going on.
you don't really
know?
get to meet people,
No.
especially if you're here and you're a business owner. This is the time. If you've ever thought about coming out here and starting a business in Sturgis, this is the time you need to come out, because this is
sure.
where you get to meet all the other people here. So, what got you to this position now? Like when you were just offered to be the GM?
No, so I started actually in a sales role, and then I went moved up from sales to finance, and then from finance I was offered the
Finance guy.
Yeah,
Awesome,
yeah.
man.
So I know the contracts, everything like that. But right now it's big on taking care of their people and promoting from within, and just growing that relationship.
Yeah. Because I wanted to really make sure I got that out, because some people could just be like, hey man, he just got a phone call up and all of a sudden he's
No,
the GM.
no,
Yeah.
no, not at all.
It
So
took a little bit of work to
yeah,
get there.
I
So
went everywhere from, even now, cleaning down bikes, moving bikes, whatever needs to be done. I know from A to Z, and that's just the way I like to operate as well, so
boss undercover.
yeah, there you go.
I get that too. Like right now, it's down season. I'm the same thing. I'm managing this here and everything else. And I just got off the phone with the radio,
Yeah.
and when no one's there, when you're running it, you have to sweep the floors,
You do.
wash the toilets.
But it better prepares you, so if any hiccups that do arise, which they tend to, then you can adapt and overcome.
So when you are going, say somebody comes to you,
Okay.
right, or anyone, as someone has been through the ground up selling cars and motorcycles and marine, what would you tell them out there? What would your suggestions be before you buy a vehicle? Yeah, like what do you look for? What would you tell them, like that? What should you look for before you buy it, and
Yeah. So I mean, for instance, when I bought my truck when I got out here, and I had a set, this is the limit that I don't want to exceed, and this is the payment I don't want to exceed. Because at the end of the day, if you're financing it, the real thing that only comes out of your pocket is going to be your monthly payment. What is your budget? And also keep in mind insurance. A lot of people don't realize if it is your first bike, be aware that, price out your insurance. I've seen some people with some pretty high insurance, and it's unfortunate because that sometimes doesn't allow them to get that motorcycle that they've now fell in love with.
Yeah.
But if they called Geico or whoever, and said, hey, what should I expect? Then that you're better prepared in the overall, because sometimes what I sell is a luxury. So they will be a little bit higher APRs. Interest rates are rising. Everyone knows that. So just know everything. Again, transparency. Know everything when you come in and what to expect.
Now, when someone comes in and they're like, I I want to sell my bike, or here's what would you look at as someone that's going to buy their bike or whatever? What are the things that you guys are just like, we obviously VIN
Of
numbers,
course.
but like, is there other things that it's just like too old or too like what's your guys'
So
qualifications?
we always look at what is the bank going to look at? Age of the machine, right? So the older the bike is, the harder it's going to be to get a loan on.
Yeah,
Mileage, condition of the bike. We'll do a walk around. Your aftermarket parts can help out to an extent, but it is limited because when we sell it, the bank sizes they just see a VIN, right? So they see what NADA, Kelly Blue Book, JD Power, what they all put assigned to that. There's some room there that we can add, but it's limited,
Right.
and don't also attach emotions to the
To the
machine. Like I travel across the US with that. It's like, dude, that's great. I love that. And it's great. It shows how reliable this machine is, but that's an experience that you share with the bike.
Right.
That emotional attachment doesn't add value.
Custom was for you, not
Yeah,
for us.
yeah, it's like I get it, but that doesn't help, which is also hard because it's a toy,
Right.
fun, it's emotion, you love your machine.
Yeah, that's for sure. What do you think is the easiest if you're gonna go buy something
Yeah,
and you're like, I don't know if I want to buy a motorcycle, if I want to buy an ATV, I want to buy what's the easiest, what's the best investment for resale investment
best investment would most likely be an on-road bike.
on road
Yeah,
bike?
on-road bike. Simply because you're off-road, you don't know what's happened to it, or if you go to sell it or anything like that, a lot of people, they'll check the air vent, the air cooler, see has it been mudded, how's it been handled. Also, your off-road bike, side by sides or four wheelers will most likely sit outside more than what a bike will. Bikes take up less room in your garage, so they're not going to be quite as weathered.
Right.
And it's with the insurance on there, you take it a little bit more serious when you're on a road than you do out in the woods, you know.
Yeah. And there's probably with all the dirt getting in the off roads and all the water
Yeah.
issues and you're
And that's coming from North Carolina. We had that red clay,
yeah.
and that'll stain.
Yeah.
No matter how much you wash it, it's like it's first time you take it out, it could be stained. So
Like the worst thing part about on road is salt from snow. And if you're not riding your bike in the snow, you don't really have to worry
no,
about that.
yeah.
Yeah, so I could see that. So out of all the brands, is Harley the best investment as a resale, or Indian? Like, what would you say?
It's hard. It's hard because I've sold everything from Busas, Ducatis,
Yeah.
sidecars. It's there's you've got your heavy hitters. Everybody knows who they are.
Yeah.
So usually if you get it at the right price, again, know your limits as well as far as what you want to buy. I've had people come in first bike, wanting to buy R1s,
Mhm.
and it's like, I'll sell it to you. I have it. I'm not going to stop you. But be aware of what you're buying, because it's at the same time, I don't feel the best about you rolling out in an R1 as your first bike,
Right.
or a full bagger and you've ridden bicycles. It's like
Yeah.
they look great. They're amazing bikes. A lot of people have them. That's a lot of weight,
Yeah.
and then your wife's going to be on the back.
Mhm.
That's a lot of weight, so just be mindful.
What do you guys sell more during the rally? Like on road bikes? Because I know they do the racetrack and
Yeah.
over here and stuff. Or do you guys sell bikes for that?
No, we primarily focus on used Harleys.
Right
So
on.
we sold most part, a couple slingshots, a good bit of trikes,
Yeah,
throw a Harley
You guys'
platform.
parking lot's pretty full.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we came in with
Yeah.
with a lot of stuff. So
Expect that this year, huh?
yeah, if not bigger, we're expecting bigger. So
Nice. Well, I wanted to ask this question here real quick. So we are coming up on motorcycle season here. And it is obviously all the bikers can't wait to get out there and hit the road. But all the people that are driving around in cars,
Yep.
a lot of them are going to be new drivers and people distracted on their things. Do you have any, I guess, any suggestions for people out there to be more aware so they don't get into motorcycle accidents
of course, so whenever I ride, I'm always a defensive rider, right? I try not to get stuck in a blind spot, with the flow of traffic. Be mindful. Don't assume people see you. You can wear all the reflective gear, have a neon glow in the dark bike, and believe it or not, people will still not see you.
Yeah.
And all it takes, unfortunately, is that split second.
Yeah.
So always be mindful of where you're at. And if you can, try and I always try and make eye contact as best I can. That just makes me feel a little bit better, but still don't stay in certain areas for too long, you know, so.
Definitely. And make sure if you're getting on that sledge, you go sober, man, because you gotta. There's a lot of people out there that don't pay. People are always playing with their phones,
They are,
man, and
yeah.
they ain't paying attention to you. So, you guys got if you're riding nowadays, you got to be a lot more on point
Yeah,
than you
be-
did in
be
the
aware.
90s.
For sure.
You know?
Yeah, with the cell phones, they're extremely convenient. I use the GPS. I can't remember how I got around before it. But it's that's all it
Constantly,
takes.
yeah.
That's all it takes, you
Damn.
know. So,
I already know. And if you guys are coming out here to Sturgis, definitely put your phones down because those S curves between here and Deadwood
Oh, yeah.
are crazy, man. So make sure you guys definitely. It's always fun to cruise, but if you plan on technology,
Yeah.
you lose. How's that?
That's good.
Thank you, man. So if people wanted to go online right now and check you guys out, because
Yep.
you guys have Facebook, you have and I was looking on there. You guys can do online sales right now. You guys
We
got
can.
stuff in stock.
Yep.
And, so how do we find you there?
So you can hop on right now, Sturgis.com, and that'll show our inventory, what some units that we have expected to come in. It'll also give you an option to price out your trade-in, and all that sends directly to me. So even if you want to chit chat about it, you know, I get your phone number, your email, you know, I'll ask you to come in, but we can always talk via text and any possible way to communicate or answer your
And if
questions.
you guys are ever coming out, like now that you said that, if you guys are coming out here during rally and you see this, you guys contact me, pick up your bike during rally, whatever rally it is, this one, the next one, whatever.
For
They're
sure.
gonna be here. It's a lot easier to come out here and just get your bike. It's a good surprise. You get to go to
Yep,
Sturgis
there you go.
and get a bike. What?
Yeah, can't beat that.
How's that coffee, man?
It's good. Yeah, very good. Yeah,
Better than just the store-bought stuff, right?
yeah, for sure.
Well, that is what's going on here in Sturgis today with RideNow. So if you guys are driving down the street and you're on Junction and you see J&P and you see RideNow, I know how many times I went past that store. I was like, man, I see all that stuff out there. I don't know what they do, man. But now about the GMBU, and now you guys know. And if you come to J and when you're coming here to Sturgis, you probably go to J&P to get your like oil or whatever you need to do. Swing on over there and see what they got because they got a lot in stock.
We
You
do.
gotta say what's up to my brother here. Make sure if you guys are on here, follow you guys on Facebook, right?
Yep.
You guys on
We are on
Facebook.
Facebook.
You guys make posts on your anything going on there, what you got for sale or anything?
Yeah, so I've got access to that. And we plan on taking care of some photography this week if the weather permits, you know.
Okay.
But we'll be a lot more active on there and be communicating any kind of questions you have or anything like that.
Perfect. Well, you heard it from a man. Go check him out if you guys are looking for a bike or on-road. That is on-road, off-road, or marine, bro. Sorry, it's been big. We're doing a lot around here in Sturgis. It's a party, even though it's downtime for us. It's still work time, man. So if you guys wanted to know what's going on in Sturgis, now you do. And if you guys want to know what's going on, we're going to be dropping a video weekly. So you guys can go ahead and hit subscribe right here on the YouTube. Follow me on Coffee with the DJ live from the dungeon on the Facebook. We'll get Instagram down the road. Slow down. We're just getting started. All right. If you guys want some of this awesome coffee that we're drinking right now, and it is delicious and it smells good too. That's two perfect things because some coffee doesn't smell good when it's cooking, man. You know,
true.
and it is also the one that's doing the coffee and cars here every single month. Right here in the street of Sturgis. Well, you can get it online. Go to Aces of Eights right here on the Facebook and tell them you want some DJ singing. They'll take care of you. All right, we'll see you guys next time right here on Coffee with the DJ. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. All right. How was that? Wasn't too bad, right? I think it was pretty awesome.